Hello friends, welcome to online lecture series. This is the fourth lecture of unit number 2 in 503 paper, that is phase rule. Okay, so in our previous lecture we discussed about how to represent three component system. Okay, so this now types of partially miscible liquids. Types of partially miscible liquids. The main heading is types of partially miscible liquids. Okay, so suppose if in system all the components are gaseous state, at that time only one phase will be formed and it is a completely miscible. It means in a closed container, if you have three gaseous components, then suppose first one is A, second one is B and last one is C. Okay, suppose all the components are gaseous, at that time all the components are completely mixed together. And form only one phase system. Okay, so first, if in system all the three components are gaseous state, then only one phase will be formed and it is completely miscible. Okay, so all the three gaseous components form only one phase. And second one is, if the components are liquid, then possibilities of three types of formation. If the components are liquid, it means A, B and C, all the components are liquid, then formation of three types of pair are possible. First one is, all the three liquids are miscible, completely miscible. It means completely mixed together and form homogeneous solution. First one is, all the components are completely mixed. Second one is, all the components are not miscible. It means it doesn't form homogeneous mixture, it form heterogeneous mixture, and no any one components are mixed together. And last one is, all the components, it means partially miscible. All the components are partially miscible to each other. Okay, so if the components are liquid, then possibilities of different types of formation. First one is completely miscible. Completely miscible means all the three components are completely mixed together and form only homogeneous system. At that time, suppose A, B, C, all are liquid and it form homogeneous solution. At that time only one phase is present. All the components are completely miscible. At that time only one phase is possible because it form homogeneous solution. And second one is, liquids are immiscible with each other. Liquids are immiscible means suppose A, B and C are three different liquid components. At that time immiscibles means not mixed together any two out of three. Okay, and second one is immiscible, and last one is liquids are partially miscible. Okay, so this is the main important things in our chapter. Liquids are partially miscible with each other. Partially miscible means not completely mixed, but some amount of A is mixed with B, some amount of B is mixed with C, and it form partially miscible liquids. It means partially means not completely miscible, not immiscible. Okay, so some amount of A is dissolved in BC. It means liquid B and C. Some amount of B is dissolved in liquid A and C. Okay, so this is the main things in our chapter. Liquids are partially miscible with each other. Okay, and the third case is important for study. This can be classified further as follow. Okay, so third formation, it means liquids are partially miscible, is important in our chapter. Okay, so we studies only these types of liquid. It means liquids are partially miscible with each other. Okay, so completely miscible and immiscible liquids are not studied in phase rule or phase equilibrium. Okay, so we more study about this type of liquids are partially miscible. Okay, so it can be further classified into three types. First one is formation of one pair miscible liquids. Formation of one pair miscible liquids. Second one is formation of two pair miscible liquids, and last one is formation of three pair miscible liquids. Okay, so first, types of partially miscible liquids. It means suppose all the components A, B and C are gaseous phase. At that time all the components form only one phase system. It means all the components, gaseous components are mixed with together and form homogeneous solution. At that time it form only one phase system. Suppose all the three components are liquids. At that time three possibilities are arise. First one is all the liquid components are not miscible to each other. Not miscible means it doesn't mix with each other. Second one is completely miscible. First one is completely miscible, second one is not miscible to each other, last one is partially miscible. Partially miscible means some amount of A is miscible with BC and some amount of B is miscible with A and C. Okay, so first, the third case, it means partially miscible liquids is more important, and we studies about this type in our next lectures. Okay, so first, it can be classified into three types. First one is one pair system, second one is two pair system, and last one is three pair system. So first type of partially miscible liquid is type 1. Type 1 is one pair partially miscible liquids. So we can see that partially miscible liquids are further classified into three types. First one is one pair partially miscible liquids, second one is two pair partially miscible liquids, and last one is three pair partially miscible liquids. Okay, so first type is one pair partially miscible liquids. At that time, suppose in a small beaker I take two solution of components B and C. Here the B plus C. In a small beaker, two components B and C are added. At that time B and C are partially miscible with each other. At that time these two solution, it means these two solvent B and C are partially miscible with each other. Okay, so first consider the three liquids, capital A, capital B and capital C. Okay, consider the three liquids, capital A, capital B and capital C, and such that B and C are partially miscible with each other at a given temperature and pressure. Here we can see that capital B and capital C liquids are partially miscible with each other at a given temperature and pressure. Okay, so now add a small amount of capital A liquid in B and C. Now add small amount of A in liquid B and C. Here we can see that the liquid B and C are partially miscible with each other. Here liquid B and C are partially miscible with each other. Now add a small amount of A in liquid B and C. Now A is distribute in liquid B and C. At that time A is distribute liquid B and C, and miscibility power of B and C, liquid B and C is increases. It means miscibility power means mixing power. Mixing power of B and C is increases. Okay, so first take three liquids, capital A, capital B and capital C. Here we can see that the small capital B and capital C are partially miscible to each other at given temperature and pressure. Now add small amount of A. At that time small amount of A, molecules of A is distribute these liquids. At that time miscibility power of B and C increases. Miscibility power means mixing power. Mixing power of B and C is increases by adding small amount of capital A. Okay, so now addition of a small amount of capital A in mixture of B and C, then A will be distributed between two liquid layer and it will increase the miscibility of B and C. Okay, so first take three liquids, capital A, capital B and capital C. Now capital B and C are both are partially miscible with each other. At that time now add a small amount of capital A in mixture B and C. Then capital A is distributed in liquid B and C, and it increase the miscibility power of capital B and capital C liquids. Okay, the increase in miscibility is depend on amount of A is added in the mixture of component B and C. Here we can see that if I add a small amount of A, at that time miscibility of B and C increases. Now add a large amount of A, it means now add more amount of A, at that time miscibility power of B and C is increases. At that time miscibility power of B and C is increases. It means miscibility or mixing power is depend on addition of amount of A, addition on amount of A. Okay, so the increase in miscibility is depend of amount of A. Amount of A is added in mixture of components B and C. Okay, so the increase in miscibility is depend on how many gram you add, how many gram or ml A is added in the solution. Okay, and the mutual composition of two ternary solution is represented by small a1 and b1. Here we can see that this is the ternary phase diagram. This is the ternary phase diagram. Here A, B, C are different types of liquid. Here B and C are partially miscible with each other. So here B and C are partially miscible with each other. Okay, so first one is mutual composition of two ternary solution is represented by A1 and B1. Here A and B indicates mutual composition of these two solutions B and C, because B and C both are partially miscible with each other. Okay, by A1 in ternary phase diagram, the straight line indicates joining A1 and B1 is called tie line. Here small a, small b, A1, B1, A2, B2, A2, B2, A3, B3. Okay, so the straight line joining between these two A1 and B1, A2 and B2, A3 and B3 is called tie line. Okay, so here we can see that first one is A and B are mutual composition of capital B and C liquid. If I added small amount of A, it means miscibility power of capital B and C liquid is increases. It means this line indicates A1 and B1 indicates the miscibility power of increases by adding a small amount of A. Now I added more amount of A. At that time miscibility power of B and C is increases. By adding a large amount of A, miscibility power of B and C is increases. Okay, so this line indicates A2 and B2 indicates tie line, but when more amount of A is added, here A3 and B3, it means tie lines become closer. Tie lines become closer to the upper side. Tie lines become closer to the upper part. It means amount of A is added in more amount of A is added in the solution of B and C. At that time miscibility power of capital B and C is increases and these tie lines becomes smaller or closer. Okay, so mutual composition of these two ternary solution is represented by capital small a1 and b1. In ternary phase diagram, the straight line joining between A1 and B1 is called tie line. Now, when more of A is added, a new pair of ternary solution is obtained, and with continuous addition of small a, two phases become more and more similar, and tie lines become smaller. Okay, so here we can see that these two A1 and B1 indicates the mutual composition between B and C. Now, if I added more amount of A, at that time miscibility power of capital B and capital C increases. It means tie lines become smaller at point A2 and B2. Now, I add more amount of A. It means more amount of A is distributed in B and C, and miscibility power or mixing power is increases. At that time, tie lines become A3 and B3. Now, at one time, two end points of tie lines merge at point D, and this point is known critical or flat point. Now, by adding a large amount of A, it means at that time these two liquids capital B and capital C are completely mixed together by adding large amount of A. At that time Two endpoints of tie line is merged at point D. Here we can see this is the point D. Two endpoints of tie line is merged at point D, and this point is known as critical point or plate point. Okay. So first one is the type 1 of partially miscible liquid is one phase system. So consider three liquids, capital A, capital B and capital C, in which capital B and capital C are partially miscible with each other. Okay, so here we can say that capital B and capital C are partially miscible liquids. Now adding a small amount of A, it means small amount of A is distributed in liquid B and C, mixture of B and C. At that time miscibility power of B and C is increases, and it is denoted by tie line. It means A1 and B1 indicates when a small amount of A is added. Now add more amount of A, it means B and C is miscibility power of B and C is increases. At that time tie lines become smaller, and at one point two endpoints of tie lines merge at point D, and this point is known as critical or plate point. Okay, so first one is take a three solution, capital A, capital B and capital C, in which capital B and C are partially miscible with each other. Now adding a small amount of A, it means mixing power or miscibility power of B and C increases. Now add more amount of A, at that time miscibility power more increases, and this is denoted by tie line. Here tie line indicates miscibility power of B and C. At one point these are two endpoints. At one point two endpoints of tie lines become merged, and this point is known as plate point. Okay, in figure this ADB, this curve is known as binoidal curve. The curve ADB is known as binoidal curve, and it gives boundary condition between two phases. Inside the binoidal curve system becomes heterogeneous, and outside the binoidal curve system becomes homogeneous. Here in which case, suppose first we take two solutions B and C which are partially miscible to each other. Now by adding a small amount of A, this system becomes more miscibility power. It means the system here in this case two systems are occur. First one is homogeneous and last one is second one is heterogeneous. So inside this binoidal curve system becomes heterogeneous, and outside of the binoidal curve system becomes homogeneous. Okay, so binoidal curve means it separate the boundary condition of, it is a boundary condition of heterogeneous and homogeneous. Binoidal curve means it separates two different systems, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Here we can see this curve ADB is known as a binoidal curve. Okay, so this curve ADB, small a, capital D, small b, is a binoidal curve, and it separates two different systems. First one is heterogeneous and second one is homogeneous. Okay, so the curve ADB is called binoidal curve, and it gives boundary condition between homogeneous and heterogeneous system. And any point within the binoidal curve, it indicates system is heterogeneous, and any point of outside of the binoidal curve indicates homogeneous system. Okay, so any point within the binoidal curve will give heterogeneous system, and outside of this binoidal curve is homogeneous system. Okay, so first, now inside the binoidal curve there will be two phases. Inside the binoidal curve there will be two phases. First one is partially miscible and second one is completely miscible. Okay, so according to Gibbs phase rule, the equation F is equal to, F means degree of freedom, is equal to C minus P plus 2. C is meaning of components. Here components are 3. Okay, F is equal to degree of freedom, C is equal to components, P means phases, plus 2. Okay, so first here components is 3 minus P plus 2 is equal to 5 minus P. But here in this case we assume that temperature and pressure, these two thermodynamics variable are constant. Here temperature and pressure, these two thermodynamics variable are constant. So 5 minus 2 is equal to 3 minus p. Okay, 3 minus p in phases. Here we can see that two different phases. First one is heterogeneous and homogeneous. Both are possible in this case. Okay, so phases p is equal to 2. So the value of f is equal to 1. It means system becomes univariant. If the value of f is equal to 0, at that time non-variant. F is equal to 1, then univariant. Okay, so degree of freedom in this case, the value of degree of freedom capital F is equal to 1. Okay, so system is univariant inside the binodal curve, and the examples of one pair partially miscible liquids is, first one is acetic acid plus chloroform plus water. Acetic acid, chloroform and water form partially miscible one pair system, one pair partially miscible liquid system. And another one is acetone plus water plus phenol. This also form one pair partially miscible liquid system. Okay, so first in figure this curve ADB is known as binodal curve. Binodal curve separate two different phases. First one is heterogeneous and second one is homogeneous. Any point within the binodal curve, it means it indicates heterogeneous system, and outside of the binodal curve, this ADB, outside of the binodal curve, any point indicates the system is homogeneous. Okay, so the curve ADB is called binodal curve, and it gives boundary condition between homogeneous and heterogeneous. Any point within the binodal curve indicates heterogeneous system, and any point outside of the binodal curve indicates homogeneous system. And inside the binodal curve there will be two phases. Okay, now F is equal to C minus P plus 2. It is the Gibbs phase rule equation. Gibbs phase rule equation. Here components are 3 minus P plus 2. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5 minus P. Here in this case we assume temperature and pressure are constant. It means two variables are constant in this case. At that time temperature is, pressure is constant. So 5 minus 2 is equal to 3 minus P. Here two phases are possible, heterogeneous as well as homogeneous. So 3 minus 2 is equal to degree of freedom 1. It means system is univariant. And examples is, first one is acetic acid, second one is chloroform, and last one is water. These three solution makes one pair partially miscible liquid system. And second example is acetone plus water plus phenol. It also makes one pair partially miscible liquids. Okay, so in this theory we explain about what is how many types of liquids are possible. There are two types. First, if all the gaseous molecule, that it will create only homogeneous system. And suppose in liquid there are only three types. Liquid further classified into three types: one pair, two pair, three pair. Okay, so in next lecture I will explain about two pair partially miscible liquid. This is the one pair partially miscible liquid. In next lecture I will explain about two pair partially miscible liquids. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.